This is the decision that will quietly decide your entire life. You are 23. It is a Tuesday in October. You are sitting in the parking lot of a Chase branch on a street whose name you will forget within 4 years. Your first real paycheck after taxes is $2,847.06. It is sitting in a checking account that has never held more than $412 before this moment. You have one debt, $23,400 in student loans at 5.5% interest. You are not thinking about that right now. You are thinking about the number on the screen. You are about to make one decision. It will not feel important. That is the problem. You are not choosing between responsible and irresponsible. You are not choosing between smart and stupid. You are choosing between two systems that both make complete sense in this parking lot. On this Tuesday in October, with $2,847.66 blinking at you through a phone screen, both of you. That's where this splits. You open the app and set up 2 automatic transfers before you pull out of the parking lot. $412 into a high-yield savings account, earning 4.87% APY. The one you opened 3 weeks ago after watching a 14-minute video you almost didn't click on. $247 into a Roth IRA you've been contributing to since August, already at $741 for the year. That leaves $288.16 for rent, groceries, utilities, the car insurance renewal in November, and the rest of what being 23 actually costs in a city that is not cheap. Your colleague Marcus, 2 desks over, same salary, started the same week, asks about Friday plans. You say you're in. He asks what that means. You say cooking something, probably. He nods in a way that means he doesn't understand yet. You build a spreadsheet that night. 1 column for income, 1 for fixed expenses, 1 column you labeled deployed. The numbers are small enough to feel embarrassing. You keep the spreadsheet open anyway. It is not enjoyment. It is not suffering either. It is a system, and you have begun. You open the app too. But the first thing you do is move $1,400 into your checking buffer so the account doesn't feel thin. Then $650 to your roommate for rent via Venmo. Then you buy the jacket. It is $314. It is not frivolous. Not really. The coat you have been wearing since junior year has a broken zipper that catches in cold weather. This one has actual lining. It fits across the shoulders the way clothing is supposed to fit when you are no longer wearing your older brother's hand-me-downs. You wear it the following Friday when you and Marcus go out to a bar 2 blocks from your apartment. Someone you don't know tells you it looks sharp. You say thank you and mean it without deflecting. You are 23, in a jacket that fits, in a city that is starting to feel like yours. The bar is not expensive. The night is not reckless. You are present in a way that costs $314 and feels like something close to arrival. This is the dignity of the system you're beginning, not carelessness but aliveness. You are not wrong about wanting to feel it. Gap, age 23, 3 months in. Path A, $2,224 in structured assets. Path B, $280 in savings, a jacket that still fits, and 1 callback from a December interview where you wore it. The gap is real, and it is also, so far, the smallest it will ever be. Neither system has cost you anything yet. Both of you are still beginning. 18 months in, you get a raise. It is $200 more per year. Before the direct deposit changes, you log into the app and adjust the automatic transfers. HISA goes from $412 to $530. Roth IRA contribution maxes out at $500 per month for the year. The rest absorbs into the same life you already have. You don't announce this to anyone. Marcus buys a Honda Accord Sport in pearl white. You see it in the parking garage on a Wednesday. He is genuinely happy about it. The way people are happy about things that are real to them. You say it looks good. It does look good. That night, you sit in your 2017 Civic for 4 minutes before starting the engine. You are not sure what you are feeling. You open the calculator app. You type something in. You look at it for 37 seconds. You close it. You will not know for years whether that was wisdom or stubbornness. You will not need to know yet. Your colleague Diane stops by your desk one afternoon. She has been here 12 years, owns a house in a good school district, and has photos from a solo trip through Portugal at age 34 on her desk. She says, "The first 5 years are the ones that matter. Nobody tells you that while you're in them. You write it down. You are not sure why yet. You move apartments. The new place is $340 more per month, but it has natural light, a second room you use as an office, and a building where the elevator works. These are not luxury arguments. They are quality of life arguments, and they are correct. You meet someone that spring. They like live music and weekend trips and the kind of restaurants where you don't look at the right side of the menu first. You like these things too. The spending doesn't feel like spending. It feels like sharing a life with someone who makes the city larger. The logic is still sound. The account balance at the end of each month is not. Path B. Age 26. There is one Thursday night in February when you open your banking app and the number is $114 before the next paycheck. You close the app, you open Instagram, you don't think about it again until the next morning, and by then the paycheck has cleared and the number is fine. Diane says the same thing to you about the first 5 years. You hear it differently. You think she means career, not capital. Gap. Age 27. Path A, $41,340 in structured assets. The compounding is quiet. It does not announce itself. Path B, $2,100 in savings. The apartment has good light. The relationship is real. Path A is a system that has been compounding for 1,461 days without a single withdrawal. Path B is a life that has been fully inhabited, with someone else in it. One has momentum that is invisible. The other has momentum that shows up in photos. The part Diane was talking about, neither of you fully understood it yet. Now here is the month that runs parallel. It is March. The $247 disappears from the account. Market dip. Your brokerage auto-invests $247 at a price 11.3% lower than last quarter. You see the notification. You feel nothing dramatic, just the quiet mechanics of a system doing what you built it to do. You close the app and make coffee. Path B, age 29, same month. $1,247 disappears from the account. The alternator goes. The repair is $1,247. You put it on the card because the checking account can't absorb it cleanly this month. You've been here before. Not a crisis, just friction. The kind of friction that has become familiar enough that you've stopped naming it. Same month, same $1,047 gone from two different systems. One felt like planting, the other felt like subtraction. Neither one was permanent, but neither one was free. The payment was never the cost. The payment was the structure, the proof of what the system could absorb and what it couldn't. Your father calls in October. He needs $8,000. Medical. Not catastrophic, but real, and he needs it within the week. You transfer it the next morning. The HISA absorbs it without collapsing. What stays with you is not the $8,000. It's the silence after you hit confirm. The absence of panic. You had built something without knowing exactly what you were building it for. That night you open the spreadsheet and add a new tab. You label it contingency. It is the same function as the others, but you name it differently because now you know what it means. Path B. Age 30. Ryan calls in November. He is opening a second location. He needs 3 or 4 people who believe in it early. Minimum, $8,000. You believe in it. You've watched him build the first one. You know this is the kind of call that comes once. You don't have $8,000 liquid. You have $1,900 in savings and a credit card with $4,200 available. You tell Ryan you'll think about it. You don't call back. The system didn't collapse, but it held you still. Path B. Age 31. 2 months later, you transfer $200 into savings. You feel the shift, something deliberate starting. 11 days later, there's a birthday dinner you didn't plan for. You transfer it back. You don't tell anyone. It doesn't feel like failure. It feels like the same month again. Ryan overdrinks that December, says, the best investments I ever made were the ones I could afford to lose. You hear confidence, permission, the philosophy of someone comfortable with risk. If Path A had been there, they would have heard something else entirely. Gap. Age 32, Path A, $97,400. Path B, $3,800. The distance is $93,600. Path A gave away $8,000 without panic. Path B couldn't say yes to a call that came once. That is not a math problem. That is a structural one. Your net worth crosses $200,000. There is no notification for this. No banner. You see it on a Sunday morning while updating the spreadsheet. You stare at it for a moment, then you close the laptop and make breakfast. Marcus texts that afternoon. He is refinancing the Accord, asking if you know anything about rates. You send him a link. You don't mention the number you saw this morning. No version of that conversation ends well for either of you. Path A. Age 36. Ryan is getting married in Porto in June. 12 people, 5 days. You open the budget, flights, hotel, the weekend itself, somewhere between $2,800 and $3,400 depending on timing. It is Q3. The number sits outside what you've allocated for travel this year. You tell Ryan you'll try to make it work. You don't make it work. You see the photos on a Thursday evening. The harbor at sunset. Ryan in a white shirt, genuinely the happiest you've seen him. The small group of people who showed up. You are sitting at your kitchen table with a coffee that has gone cold. You didn't miss a trip. You missed the version of you that went. You are not sure when the system stopped feeling like a tool. You don't answer the question. You open a new tab and check the portfolio balance instead. The number is larger than it was on Sunday. It does not feel like enough tonight. Promotion comes. Real money, $34,000 more per year, a title that changes how rooms feel when you walk into them. For the first time, the gap between income and spending has actual width. You open a brokerage account. You fund it with $600 the first month. It feels late. It is late, but it is also the first time the system has had room to breathe. You didn't lose money. You lost years when the money was needed. You meet Carol at a work event. Financial advisor, mid-50s, the kind of person who listens before speaking. You tell her you're starting to invest, that you wish you'd started earlier. She says the money that you didn't invest at 23 isn't the money you lost. It's the time you spent. You type it into your phone while she is still talking. You read it again on the train home. You read it again in Porto, 2 months later, sitting at the harbor at sunset, at Ryan's wedding, in a city you said yes to because this time the account could hold it. The sentence stays with you, into every city after this one. Gap, age 38, Path A, $261,000. Path B, $29,400. The distance is $231,600. Here is what the spreadsheet doesn't capture. Path A missed Porto, not the trip, the version of yourself that shows up when you say yes without checking a column first. That cost is real. It does not have a line item. Path B missed 11 years of compounding. Not the returns, the version of yourself that exists when money stops being a monthly friction. That cost is real too. It also does not have a line item. Both systems extracted something. Neither one gave it back. You make coffee before the market opens. You don't check the portfolio until after 9. Not because you're disciplined, because you don't need to. The system runs. It has been running for 17 years without asking for your attention every morning. You think about Marcus sometimes. He traded up from the Accord at 31, then again at 36. You still drive something practical. The gap between what you own and what you could own has never felt like deprivation. It has felt like a margin, a distance between what life costs and what life demands that you build without fully understanding what you were building it for. Until your father called. You think about Porto too. Ryan sent a photo last year, his daughter 2 years old, at the same harbor. You look at it for a long time. You don't feel regret exactly. You feel the shape of a choice. What it kept, what it cost, what it was worth. You're not sure. Those are 3 different answers. You are also 40, on a Tuesday morning, in an apartment with good light. You are not behind in any way that feels catastrophic. You are catching up, methodically, with a clarity that took until 35 to find. The brokerage account is real now. Carol's words are still in your phone, buried under 4 years of notes you meant to organize. It's the time you spent. You spent it on Porto, on the apartment with the second room, on the relationship that ended but was real while it lasted, on the jacket that still fits, hanging in a closet in a city that finally feels like yours. You don't regret any specific thing, but some mornings you sit with the question, not of what you spent, but of what you were spending toward. Whether the arriving you were always moving toward is the place you are now, or somewhere still ahead. You are still not sure what arriving means. Both systems did what systems do. One built a margin wide enough to absorb the calls that come once. The other built a life wide enough to say yes when they came. One of them is still not sure what arriving means. The other is still not sure what they missed in Porto. You didn't choose between spending and saving. You chose between two versions of yourself. And one of them compounds faster than money ever will. It will not feel like the most important decision of your life. You are 23, in a parking lot on a Tuesday in October, with $2,847 on a screen. It never does.